Imagine a future where Earth's natural resources are running out, and we start looking for these resources on other planets, asteroids, or moons. Scientists and entrepreneurs are already working on reaching these valuable resources in space. These efforts have great potential, not only economically, but also technologically and scientifically. In this video, we will cover what space resources are, the materials we are targeting, the technologies used in this field, and many more interesting details. We will also discuss how this enormous potential can impact the world economy, the companies working in this field, and international collaborations. And of course, we will touch on the environmental and ethical aspects as well. If you're ready, fasten your seatbelts and let's embark on a journey into the depths of space. Thank you for joining me on this exciting adventure. Let's get started. First, let's understand what space resource extraction is. This process involves obtaining valuable minerals, water, and other resources from asteroids, planets, and other celestial bodies. These resources might be elements that are rare or depleting on Earth, such as platinum group metals, nickel, iron, and even water. But let's pause and think, why go through so much trouble? Are these resources depleting on Earth? In fact, even if Earth's resources aren't running out, space resources offer great economic and strategic advantages. These resources can be crucial for future space colonies and long-term space missions. Water can be used as rocket fuel, while metals and other minerals can be utilized in construction and manufacturing processes. Moreover, space resources can reduce the environmental impacts on Earth. Mining activities often harm the environment, but by extracting these resources in space, we can minimize these effects. Additionally, moving some industrial activities to space can enhance the sustainability of our planet. At this point, we see that this field is not just a science fiction topic, but a real and tangible future. Now, let's take a closer look at the materials targeted in space resources and how they are extracted. Now let's closely examine the materials targeted in space resources. What are we looking for in space? The targeted materials include water, precious metals, and rare elements. Why are these so important? Let's explore in detail. Water is one of the most sought-after materials. Why? Because water is critical not only for survival, but also for producing rocket fuel. Water can be split into hydrogen and oxygen and used as fuel. This can significantly reduce the cost of space missions and make permanent habitats in space more feasible. Precious metals like platinum group metals, gold, silver, and nickel are also targets. These metals are quite rare on Earth and are used in various technological devices and medical equipment. Space resources contain asteroids and other celestial bodies rich in these metals. Rare elements used in the electronics and technology sectors are also of great importance. For example, elements like lanthanum, neodymium, and praseodymium are critical components in high-tech products. These elements are limited on Earth, making space resources a significant opportunity. Industrial metals like iron, cobalt, and aluminum are also targeted. These metals can be used in space construction and manufacturing processes. Particularly, these metals will play a vital role in building space stations and future colonies. These valuable materials have great potential, not only economically, but also for technological advancements and space exploration. In the next section, we will look at the current technologies used in this field and the technologies that need to be developed in the future. To successfully extract space resources, we need advanced technologies. So, what technologies are we currently using, and what technologies need to be developed in the future? In this section, we will look at the existing technologies and those that need to be developed. Specially designed spacecraft are of great importance. These vehicles need to land on the surface of asteroids and collect samples. For example, NASA's OSIRIS-REx mission was developed to collect samples from the Bennu asteroid. These spacecraft have the necessary technologies to reach the target celestial body, collect samples from the surface, and return them to Earth. Using robots and automated systems in space is much more logical than using human labor. These robots can dig on the surface of asteroids to extract valuable minerals. Robots are designed to withstand the harsh conditions of space. Equipped with advanced sensors and artificial intelligence, these systems can operate autonomously. Excavation and processing technologies are of great importance in this field. Mining methods on Earth are not applicable in space conditions. Therefore, we need to develop excavation technologies that can operate in the low gravity and zero atmosphere conditions of space. At the same time, new methods are needed to process the extracted materials in space. Transporting materials extracted from space to Earth or another point in space is a major challenge. Therefore, safe and cost-effective methods for transporting resources need to be developed. This includes reusable spacecraft and fuel-saving propulsion systems. In the future, processing and using extracted materials in space will be a great advantage. This would make it possible to produce building materials and tools necessary for space colonies directly in space. 3D printing technologies in space could play a significant role in this. These technological developments are crucial to making this field possible. Now let's examine the economic potential of space resources and how they can impact the world economy. The extraction of space resources is not only a technological and scientific breakthrough, but also has enormous economic potential. So, what are the economic returns of these processes, and how can they impact the world economy? Let's explore these questions together. The materials that can be obtained from space are highly valuable on Earth. For example, platinum group metals, gold, nickel, and cobalt are widely used in the technology and industrial sectors. These metals can be obtained more abundantly and cost-effectively thanks to space resources. This can reduce the production costs of technological devices, electronic products, and other industrial goods. These processes in space can impact the world economy in various ways. Resource diversity and abundance. Resources obtained from space can reduce the risk of depletion of natural resources on Earth and provide a continuous flow of raw materials for industrial production. Cost reduction. The abundance of precious metals and rare elements can lower their costs and reduce production expenses in various sectors. New job opportunities and employment. This sector can create new job opportunities and employment. Companies operating in this field will need a workforce in engineering, science, logistics, and various support services. Technological innovation. New technologies developed in this field can be applied to other industries and accelerate overall technological innovation. These processes also have great strategic importance. Especially materials like water are critical for the sustainability of space missions. Water can be used as rocket fuel and in life support systems necessary for long-term space missions. This reduces the cost of space exploration and increases our ability to stay in space for extended periods. Given its economic potential and impact on the world economy, we also need to look at the companies operating in this field and their projects. Let's now examine the leading companies in the sector and their goals. The extraction of space resources attracts not only scientists, but also entrepreneurs and private companies. Let's take a look at some of the pioneering companies in this sector and their goals. Planetary Resources is one of the pioneering companies in this field. The company aims to extract water and precious metals from asteroids. This goal is important for both economic gain and making space exploration more sustainable. Planetary Resources is working on various projects to develop technologies for exploring and extracting minerals in space. Another pioneering company is Deep Space Industries. This company also focuses on asteroid mining. The goal of Deep Space Industries is to contribute to the world economy with resources obtained from space and provide the necessary materials for space exploration. The company is developing various robotic systems and mining technologies to achieve this goal. Moon Express is another significant company planning to mine on the moon. The company aims to extract valuable minerals and resources from the moon's surface. Moon Express plans to meet Earth's industrial needs with resources obtained from the moon and support space exploration. Most of these companies plan to extract water and precious metals from asteroids. These projects primarily aim to extract water to produce rocket fuel and make space missions more economical. Precious metals, on the other hand, can be brought to Earth and used in various industries. Moon mining is another crucial area in this field. Rare minerals and other resources found on the moon present a significant potential for Earth's industries. Additionally, water on the moon can be vital for future moon colonies. Another goal of the companies is to process and use the extracted materials in space. This would be a significant step towards producing building materials and establishing space colonies. Furthermore, manufacturing in space can reduce dependence on Earth and make space missions more sustainable. These companies are making significant strides, and more important developments are expected in this field in the future. Now, let's look at international cooperation and legal regulations. The extraction of space resources is not something a single country or company can handle alone. International cooperation and legal regulations are crucial in this field. Let's examine the work done and the legal challenges encountered. One of the most important steps in international cooperation in this field is the agreements on the peaceful and shared use of space. The Outer Space Treaty, signed in 1967, emphasizes that space should be used for peaceful purposes and for the benefit of all humanity. This treaty ensures that space activities are conducted in line with these principles. Space agencies and private companies are making significant projects through international collaborations. For example, space agencies like NASA, ESA, European Space Agency, and Roscosmos are working together to make significant strides in this field. These collaborations facilitate information sharing and more efficient use of resources. To regulate these activities, some countries have created their own laws. For instance, the United States passed the Space Mining Act in 2015. This law allows American companies to own the resources they obtain in space. Similarly, Luxembourg has also established its own legal framework for space mining. International law in this field is not yet fully developed. The Outer Space Treaty contains ambiguities regarding the ownership of space resources. As space activities increase, more clear and binding regulations will be needed. Specifically, international standards need to be set regarding the ownership of extracted resources, environmental responsibilities, and the regulation of activities. To ensure that these activities are conducted safely and sustainably, an effective monitoring mechanism must be established. International space agencies and other authorized institutions can play a crucial role in this oversight process. Additionally, the environmental impacts of these activities should be considered, and necessary measures should be taken to minimize these impacts. International cooperation and legal regulations are critical for the successful and sustainable conduct of activities in this field. Now let's examine the environmental and ethical aspects. This field has great potential, but it also requires careful consideration of environmental and ethical aspects. In this section, we will examine the environmental impacts and ethical responsibilities of these activities. These activities could potentially lead to environmental pollution in space. The waste and excavations during mining processes could alter the surfaces of celestial bodies. This could disrupt the natural structures important for scientific research. Mining equipment and vehicles, when left in space after completing their missions, can contribute to the increase of space debris. This can pose a danger to other space missions and create additional challenges in managing space debris. The transportation of materials extracted from space to Earth also carries environmental risks. These materials must be transported and processed safely without harming the environment. Additionally, the biological or chemical properties of these materials could have unexpected effects on Earth's ecosystem. Space is considered the common heritage of all humanity. It is important that these activities are conducted for the benefit of all humanity, not just for the interests of specific countries or companies. This requires fair sharing and use of resources. These activities must consider the rights of future generations. This necessitates sustainability and long-term thinking. Activities today must be conducted carefully and responsibly to ensure future generations can also benefit from space resources. These activities should not disrupt the natural structures of celestial bodies that are crucial for scientific research. It is important that these processes do not harm scientific studies and support them. Environmental and ethical issues cannot be overlooked to ensure that activities in this field are conducted sustainably and responsibly. The challenges and responsibilities in these areas will shape the future of these activities. Now let's look at the future expectations and potential of this field. The extraction of space resources is not only an exciting field for today, but also for the future. What can we expect in the coming years? What new projects and technological developments are on the horizon? Let's explore future expectations. In the future, more advanced and efficient technologies will be developed for this field. Robotic systems, autonomous mining vehicles, and artificial intelligence-supported operations will make space mining safer and more effective. These technologies will reduce costs and enable larger-scale mining projects in space. The development of manufacturing technologies in space will make it possible to process and use extracted materials directly in space. Particularly, 3D printing technologies will facilitate the production of construction materials and other necessary equipment in space. This will be a significant advantage for space colonies and long-term space missions. These projects could lead to the establishment of space stations in the future. These stations will be strategic points for processing, storing, and transporting extracted resources to Earth. Additionally, these stations will play a critical role in supplying fuel and other materials for space missions. These activities will contribute to the sustainable use of resources on Earth. Resources obtained from space will reduce the risk of depletion of natural resources on Earth and support industrial production processes. These activities will provide the necessary infrastructure for space colonization. Vital resources like water, fuel, and construction materials will be essential for space colonies. Additionally, these activities will lead to the discovery of new planets and asteroids, presenting great potential for scientific research and space exploration. These activities will drive economic and technological innovation. They will create new job opportunities, accelerate technological developments, and significantly contribute to the global economy. Research and technologies developed in this field will spread to other industries and support overall technological progress. The potential of this field in the future is limitless. This area offers an opportunity not only economically and technologically, but also for humanity to push new boundaries and discover new horizons. Now, let's summarize this exciting future and wrap up our video. The extraction of space resources is one of the most exciting fields both today and in the future. Extracting resources like water, precious metals, and rare elements from space is not only economically revolutionary, but also technologically and scientifically. These resources will support industrial production on Earth, make space colonization possible, and provide a sustainable future in the long term. International collaborations and legal regulations will ensure that these activities are conducted responsibly and sustainably. It is crucial to pay attention to environmental and ethical issues, protect the rights of future generations, and remember that space is our common heritage. Future technological developments and projects will further enhance the potential of this field. Innovations in advanced mining technologies, manufacturing and 3D printing in space, and space stations will expand the opportunities and capabilities in this area. In conclusion, the extraction of space resources not only allows us to discover new resources, but also enables humanity to push new boundaries and explore new horizons. Stay with us on this exciting journey. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.